white woman with a head wrap on, saying the new thing now is to sleep with a head wrap.
And it's not
What? Like, really? Black women, we've been doing this since time immemorial.
Are you kidding me? No.
Yes. That's appropriation.
Okay.
Taking it and twisting it like you created it. And not having any respect for it or for its origin. I think that's cultural appropriation.
And you know what's deep too? When you think about the way white folks have colonized the world, it's appropriation.
It's
That's right.
appropriation.
Because other folks didn't come in contact with each other, and they were sharing things. And they would say, "Look, you might want to do this, brother.
Right.
You might even want to come live with us, and we might even send some folks over there."
Right.
White folks came in and said, "All this shit out." And we've been decide how we want to do it, divide it up, and take you off it. And you know what's most sinister about it? And this is what appropriation does, which is dangerous. Appropriation sinks its teeth so deep into a thing, and it takes such ownership of it, that the other people at some point decide they don't want it. That's what has happened to us.
That's
what's happened to us.
Like with blame.
That's right. They take it, and then you don't want it, and then you try, and at some point you might
It's not about us not
rediscover.
wanting it. Because we aren't the people who think about ownership of a thing.
I'm not talking about it like that, where we share. We are sharers. But I'm talking
We
about...
don't say that's mine.
No, but I'm talking about...
thing. We didn't have to do that.
No, but I'm talking about to the point where it's like, we don't even do this thing anymore that we used to do.
And he's saying like, for example, Native Americans were banting like,
Native Americans wasn't gambling on the reservation when white folks came. They wasn't building casinos. Why are they doing that now? Why are they doing the exact things that white folks came here doing, and now white folks are doing what they did? What they do, appropriation, takes your shit, devalues it in your eyes, and it keeps the value for themselves. It's not that we weren't saying it's not valuable, but it demoralizes the value within us. And see, this shit is so deep, because when you look at now something like hip-hop, right? What also is happening at some point is black folks are conscious enough to say what these folks are doing is detrimental to us. So now what you see is a counterculture to everything white folks do. So what you've done is you've placed black people in this little box. And that's what I think happens with hip-hop. It's like, the only thing I can do is counter what white folks do, but this is the only space I can occupy and do that's mine and that's authentic. And then white folks demonize that. And they say, look at why are you doing this, why are you doing that? But it's really a response to appropriation of everything.
Yeah.
And it's really a fight for survival. Because even I was looking like, when you look at hip-hop, and you look at the sagging, and you look at all that, what it really is someone created a whole other culture. Hip-hop is a whole new fucking culture that didn't exist, they created.
Yeah.
And that's what we as people do. We constantly create culture under any circumstances. But what they've done is they've boxed us into such a small piece of land or a mental space that everything now we're developing often is detrimental to our own well-being. And that's where they wanted to begin. Yes.
So we know cultural appropriation is happening. How do we survive and even thrive with that reality as something we face? And then, how do we begin to turn the tide? I think most importantly, having the conversation allows you to be intentional about transforming your reality of living through that thing. And I think for us, broaching the conversation about cultural appropriation gives us the opportunity to say, this is what we're going to do to transform our experience with it.